guys, so as you saw last week, I got my yarn and now I'm actually working on it, finally. And I just wanted to make this episode, like I started it, and I want to show you some things, I want to talk about some things. That's kind of how I feel this video is going to go, but yeah, so let's just get into it. So, the Arabella Shawl, we love it, it's beautiful. It's on trend. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, I feel like I've been talking about it, but now that I'm actually working on it, I can honestly say I really like it. It is a perfect beginner pattern, and I'm going to be honest with you, I wasn't positive that it was going to be a perfect beginner pattern. And let me explain why. So this yarn, it's not color changing. It is separated. So each triangle that I make, so the panels are triangles, and each one, like I know you saw this whole thing last week, but they all come out like this, and you roll up each one separately, of course, and then you knit each one separately. Not really, but like they all connect to each other, but you are working on one color at a time. So that's what I mean by that. And I honestly kind of was nervous that it wouldn't be a perfect beginner pattern, because when I was starting out, I remember that the scariest thing for me was like changing colors or adding a new skein. Like, I don't know. It was scary because I don't know why it was so scary. Like, looking back on it, because it's so silly now to me, but like I was anxious. I wouldn't do a pattern if it said like you had to mix between colors. And now I'm thinking about it like, what are you thinking? Well, think of where I could be now. Anyway, so I was a little nervous that it wouldn't appeal to the pure beginner, like someone who just knows how to knit and like yarn out, like some techniques. But it's straightforward, and the good thing about it is that the pattern is made for this yarn, so it knows how much you have and like what you're supposed to use, and so it works. Just trust me, it works. It's not difficult. The hardest part, I guess, is the lace row, which I will show you. The lace row is like the part which the colors connect on. That's the hardest part. Everything else is just knit, and knit. So definitely a pattern for any level, but it just looks so impressive. I saw that. So what I'm going to do next is, while I'm working on it, I'm going to actually videotape it. So not right now, but as I'm working on it through the week, I will be checking in with you, and I'll actually have like an angle where you can see what I'm doing. I can give you tips, tricks. I have some already, and my like thoughts on the actual pattern itself, and anything really that I think is worth mentioning about it. But so far so good. But like I said, we'll be checking in, and you can see how far I get, and yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say.
Hey guys, so this is what I've gotten so far. I'm in the third skein, like the middle of the third skein, so third panel. I'm zooming you in so you can see some, like a better shot of what I'm doing. It's working out really nicely. It's a really good pattern. It's just knit stitch, and then that lace pattern that you saw, that is just yarn over knit two together. So it's definitely a very quick, easy pattern. But I do have a little tip for you. So because the shawl is worked in panels, the panels are triangles, and the way that they are shaped is by not knitting 6 stitches every other row. And I say not knitting 6 stitches because you're not necessarily losing stitches, you're just not working on them. So that's where I have my stitch marker right now, and I will explain to you where I put it for every other row. So I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to turn my work, and I'm just going to explain something. So yeah, so every row that you're losing a stitch, or losing 6 stitches, you're just not knitting them. But once you get further in the pattern, it gets becomes a hassle to count that much, I think. So that's why I place my stitch marker, and I'll show you how I do that. So I wrap my yarn, and then I slip the first stitch off, and then I'm going to knit 5 stitches. So there will be 6, I mean there will be more, but 6 stitches. And then I'm going to place my stitch marker back on, as you see. And the reason that I do that is because the next time I come around, I will know that I don't need to go any further than my stitch marker. So that way I can count from the bottom. I don't need to count from the bottom. I just know that's it. So
I hope you guys like how I did this video. I wanted you guys to see as I'm working on it, because that's like the point of this whole thing. I gave you some good shots of like the actual pattern, like how it looks, and like close up, because that's important. And I gave you some tips on what I'm doing to make it a little easier. And if you guys have any tips for me, let me know. You can put them in the comments. You can reach me at any of my social media, literally anywhere. I'm everywhere. So yeah, and if you like this pattern, and you haven't yet, this pattern is still free on the Ravelry, on Skeino's Ravelry. It is in the bio, not in the bio, it is in the description, and so is their website, their Twitter, Facebook, everything of theirs is there. It's repetitive, sorry. But anyway, you get the point, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!